Booktube, today we're going to talk about my lessons that I've learned during my first year on Booktube. So my 1-year anniversary on Booktube recently passed. I've compiled a list of 8 lessons learned during my first year on Booktube, and I've learned so much more than that, but these are my top 8 lessons learned during this year. Now the first one is consistency is key. If you want to take a break, make sure that you bulk record and bulk upload before taking that break, because YouTube absolutely punishes taking breaks. And that is something that I really don't like about YouTube, because they have the mindset of go, 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 go. And sometimes we need a break. And I know there are some full-time creators out there who are afraid to take breaks, and that can be nerve-wracking. But me, this is just a hobby for me. So it doesn't matter if I take a break or not. But if I do end up taking a break, the algorithm does punish you for that and sends your video out to less people. So one thing that I've been working on is doing bulk recording in a day or two, or I will do, and then I'll just schedule those videos to be released in the future. Number 2, Booktube has more than YA fantasy. So when a lot of people first find Booktube, YouTube will push out nothing but content creators that are talking about YA fantasy. And there is so much more to the book community than that. Yes, there are some great YA fantasy out there, but there's so much more to explore. And I noticed that when a lot of people start first creating content, then that's what they talk about a lot. And then over time, their content begins to change and they start finding different things that they're interested in. But that's something I wish that YouTube didn't do, is push out all YA fantasy when you first find these book channels. Number 3, this is fun. Have fun. This is a hobby. This is not my full-time job. It's not even my part-time job. I'm not getting paid anything for this. Now, for some reason, YouTube likes to put ads on some of my videos, and they don't send me a dime of it because I'm not monetized yet. And that's something new that they have started doing. They've started putting ads on the videos of certain channels that aren't monetized yet. If you reach a certain number of views, I think that's how it goes. But yeah, so this is not a job for me. This is a hobby. It's something I'm doing for fun. Nobody is forcing me to make a video. No one is forcing me to read a certain book. No one is forcing me to upload a certain amount of content. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. It's just a hobby. It's something fun. If it ever becomes more than that, if it becomes stressful for me, then I'm not going to do it. I don't have to. There's no boss that's going to write me up for not doing any of this. So yeah, that's something I have to remember. And that's something I've learned is fun, and don't make it more than what it should be or what it has to be. Number 4, no fancy equipment is needed. Now, I never went out and bought a camera. I've always just used my smartphone. But I did buy, I think I bought 2 tripods, and I also bought a ring light. And I don't use the big tripod anymore, and I don't use the ring light anymore because I don't feel like setting it up every time I record. I just feel like pushing record and saying what I have to say and ending it. And so I don't mind using a tripod. I have a small tripod and a bigger one. So I'm using my smaller one today, and I actually forgot that I had it. So I think I'll use this one more often. I also have an iPad stand, and that's mainly what I use to prop my phone up on. I don't want to buy anything else, any other type of equipment. So I'm just keeping it simple. And that's what I like, just keeping it simple. Number 5, editing sucks. Now, I mean, the end result of editing does look good, and there are some channels that is really their forte. They're really good at editing. They make it look like it's something that should be on TV or something in a movie, and I'll leave that to those channels. For me, that's too much like work, and I'm too lazy to do all that, and that's what I realized. I don't feel like editing. I hate it. I've tried to keep my content to where I can do everything on iMovie on my phone, and I'll just cut certain moments out and do minor editing, like adding text to the screen or adding, maybe inserting a picture, but I'm not doing too much more of that. I did enjoy making the Tender is the Flesh video, where I did a lot of editing. And that one took a long time to actually create. And that's one of my favorite videos that I have made. But that's not something that I'm going to be doing on a regular basis. I might do that every blue moon. Yeah, and if it begins to feel too much like work, I'm not going to be interested in doing it. This is, again, just a hobby. Number 6 is don't take it personal. I've only ran into a couple of people on YouTube or on Booktube that have been rude, and I don't have to say anything back to those people. I try to keep my content positive. I don't respond to negativity, and I'm not going to make any videos that contain any negative content towards someone else, or I'm not going to respond to comments in a negative way. So the way that I handle those couple of negative people is to not watch any of their videos and not to respond to anything they say that's negative. Keep it moving. For the most part, the people that I've interacted with within the community have been all friendly and genuinely helpful people. When I have a question about something, they're quick to respond to it if they can. I know that it takes a long time for people to comment. There's so many comments on certain channels, and it can be hard to respond sometimes, or you can lose track of it. But for the most part, this has been a great community, and it's full of positive people and positivity for the most part. So I ignore the negativity and keep it moving. I don't know them in real life, and they probably have things on their own in their own life that they're dealing with, issues of their own. Number 7 is to be myself. I don't have to cater to what's popular if I'm not interested in it, like the YA fantasy that I was seeing when I was first on Booktube. And I even got sucked into it by getting a fairy loot box. And I only got that box, I think, once. And I was like, no, this is not for me. And I still have that book on my shelf up there. I actually have 2 books. I received 2 books from Fairy Loot. And I have no intention on reading them anytime soon. So, yeah. After those, it only took 2 subscription boxes for me to realize that, hey, this is not me. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to go out and purchase these things just because that's what's popular right now. I'm going to stick to what I know, stick to what I like, or things that I may be interested in trying. I'm not going to go and follow the crowd and follow the trend. So I'm going to keep it simple and keep it what I like. Number 8, your people will find you eventually, and vice versa. So again, when you first get on Booktube, you're going to see a lot of content that you may not be interested in, but you might feel like that's all that's out there. But eventually, once you start liking videos that you're actually interested in, and you start subscribing to different channels and seeing who those people follow, see who they mention, see who's commenting on their content, you're going to start finding people that are more in line with what you're interested in. So, if you're not seeing it right away, you might not even see it within the first year, because I don't know what's going on lately, but lately the algorithm has really been giving me content that I've been interested in. I've been seeing a lot of creators that I've never saw before, and they are talking about the things that I'm interested in, and these are my people. So eventually your people will find you, and you'll find the people that you're interested in as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you soon.